Hello, football fans, and welcome to Locker Room on Voice of the People TV. I am Jerry Apia, and today we are jumping into the most electrifying moments from the pitch. Now, I advise that you join me, James, and Mayowa as we break down the biggest matches, the hot headlines, and of course, everything you need to know about what went down this weekend in the ever exciting world of football. They say charity begins at home. I don't know whether James he's going to stick to the plan or when they are going to bounce back. Please bounce back and join us on Locker Room this evening. It's great to have you guys. How was your weekend?
A very good evening to you, Jerry, and also to our viewers. Good evening. Another beautiful week to talk football. We saw how the weekend went.
You're sticking to the plan.
At this point,
Missouri is there. What else? You have to even ship out. I don't. Is Malaria still your player? Malaria. Okay, I saw him training the other day. I thought he was going to make a return, or definitely he's not going to bench Missouri or Cole.
Credits to the team that did their jobs right. Credits to the teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, Cole Palmer for that incredible one. Scoring 4 goals in the first half of the match. I think that's the first player. He was the first player that did that.
And it looks like Postecoglou might live up to what he promised.
He cannot. He played against a very shabby. I was just surprised about the way. Before many Manchester United fans we say it was because of playing against the 10-man team. But even before Fernandes was sent off, well, a lot of questions to be asked about that red card. But even before he was sent off, what were they doing? They could barely complete a 2-yard pass and 3-yard pass. There was no style of play, obviously, before the game. I'm still worried about what Manchester United board and Ten Hag are going to do. Yeah, there are reports that they are going to give him these 2 games. That's the one against Porto on Thursday and the one on the weekend against Aston Villa. Then after that, decision will be made. But I think I don't know what they are going to do. Don't be surprised. Ten Hag now will come and give us very beautiful football.
Yeah, he's bounced back. Stick to the plan.
At this point, the inconsistency is just too much, and I just feel Manchester United needs to do something. The board and the management needs to do something.
And to say they started with some bit of promise, I knew that was a fraudulent win against Fulham. I knew that he was going to be exposed very soon. And of course, Zexi did all tried to save him and of course postponed the misery. But I think the next game was against Liverpool, right? It was still a game before Liverpool. They played a draw.
It was a game before Liverpool.
They played a draw. I can't remember.
We played against Fulham. I can't remember.
Liverpool was the next match. They lost 3-0. They said, okay, Liverpool had the better side.
No, I think they played Bournemouth.
They played Bournemouth. I think it was a draw against Bournemouth. Or they won against Bournemouth. Was it a draw?
This point, I think I'll just take a step back from Manchester United. You know what the thing is? I just love football, watch every other team, and when Manchester United decides to get their house in order, we'll come back.
Before, back in the days, it used to be if you're supporting Arsenal, life has done you 1-0. You're supporting Super Eagles, that is 2-0. But if you're supporting Bayern, life has done you 2-0. Like that, Super Eagles
at this point, it's like 5-0 because NPFL have not given us a coach. We have been coached since January, and tomorrow is a new month.
Yeah.
Manchester United is doing the most. He said he didn't have the tools to give us results. We spent.
I think Man United
gave you the resources, gave you good players. The annoying thing is, where I was seeing the match yesterday, some fans were like, "These players are not good enough." I'm not saying I was like, mention them.
I think for the Man United fans who cannot afford the BP kits, Arsenal can give them the ones they threw away.
Or Chelsea. The ones they used last season. They can borrow Mayowa. Because at this point, nothing's wrong with me.
Mayowa, how was your weekend? I know you suddenly were silent. I didn't hear you. Even the group, I was waiting. Unfortunately for all the Man U fans, fortunately for Man U fans, my phone was bad. I could not go online. I could not access a lot of things. That is why Man United fans had some breathing space. Those who were around me. Maiwa, it's great to have you. Welcome to the courtroom. What happened?
Well, it was an interesting weekend for me. I will not say a terrible weekend, to be honest with you. Old Trafford has become theaters of tears, not
yes.
dreams, theaters of dreams. Tears, theaters of shattered hope, theater of,
nightmares.
Theaters of whatever you can call it. How is Ten Hag still on the job? I would like to see the Baba that is helping Ten Hag with his charms, because he beats my imagination how Ten Hag is still on the job. Against Brighton, you lost. Against Liverpool, you lost scandalously. Against Tottenham again, you lost scandalously again. I mean, the boys could not give a good account of themselves. Against 20, you drew the game. Against Crystal Palace, the same thing. And this is the same Old Trafford that we're talking about, that Alex Ferguson was once able to build as a fortress. To be honest with you, I think Ten Hag should go. He has done his best. He has given all he can. I think he has run out of idea, and I don't think he will be the one to take us forward. However, Chelsea is becoming very consistent now. I really enjoyed Cole Palmer. I'm still wondering why Cole Palmer did not win Player of the Season last season. I still do not understand it.
Imagine if Foden that won it.
I mean,
was all fraud.
With that kind of performance, with that kind of start, he should be Player of the Season last season. I don't know why. I hope they will not rob him this year. And Jerry, congratulations. You are on top of the league in week 6. Congratulations to you.
No, it's still early days as far as Liverpool is concerned. Let's not forget they are still challenging on 4 fronts, and they have to play a very interesting FA Cup game. I don't know who they are playing right. Was it the Carabao Cup? I think Liverpool has a very tough game in the Carabao Cup, and they have to still scale their way through the Champions League. So you guys should not start.
No, I think credit goes to Liverpool and Ancelotti, the way he has been able to manage the situation. Yes, last season when it was announced that they were going to take over after Klopp, where a lot of eyebrows was raised, and I'm sure you guys were not even expecting that you'll be this
waiting for the
early this season. Now, early going into the season, and it's a good way. It's a good one that they've been able to manage themselves, able to keep himself afloat. Though he has been able to lose, he lost against. Was it Nottingham Forest? A shocking one,
yeah.
But I think it's still a fair result compared to.
Anyway, compared to
we know the name. We stick to the plan.
We're sticking to the plan. The plan is not working. It's just measure of the Nigerian Federation. We will go back to the drawing board, and the drawing board has.
We don't have drawing board.
The plan is already suffering, but he says you still stick to that plan. That is giving him woeful result. Well, but let's come back to the home front, where the head coach of the Nigerian senior national team, Eguavoen, has reportedly submitted his 24-man list for the upcoming Afcon 2025 qualifiers against Libya in October. Of course, October is already around the corner, and according to sources, the team will face Libya on 11th and 15th of October, and Eguavoen, who led the team to a 3-0 win over Benin Republic and a goalless draw against Rwanda in his interim capacity, has been given an extended tenure to cover the games against Libya and possibly until the end of the year when the qualifiers are concluded. If my sources are right, the coach has talked with most of the players who participated in the first set of games, but has made a few changes, and that include handing a return to Chidera, Ejuke, and who has been impressive for Sevilla this season. And of course, we also hear about the Getafe midfielder Uche Crisantos has also received a first-time call-up to be with the team. And of course, we have the usual suspects parading that list that has been released through the back door. And of course, Stanley Wabali, Amas Obasoge, Maduka Okoye, Francis Uzo. I don't know what Uzo is still doing with the Eagles, where there are other young players who would have gotten the opportunity ahead of him. Because as far as I'm concerned, that other spot meant for another player to really assess the team and look forward to the future is being wasted by Francis Uzo's invitation. I think that invitation should be given to a younger goalkeeper, for me, or a goalkeeper in the league. Uzo has seen his time. And I think he should announce his retirement, or the NFF should help him retire him so that other players will get the chance.
Well, the inclusion of Uzo is not a surprise. We know how the football federation is being run. And if you are complaining about Uzo, what would you talk about Kelechi Iheanacho?
No, we're talking about let's look at the goalkeepers first.
Surely we know Uzo is not going to make it into the starting lineup.
So why are we seeing this spot? Give it to a younger goalkeeper.
The number 1 is Stanley Wabali.
Maduka
Okoye comes in at number 2. Then maybe we can talk about Francis Uzo. Maybe it's coming there as an OG and bringing his experience to the team. But I am not surprised at the inclusion of Francis Uzo.
Mario, I don't know what you think about Uzo. I think the last time he failed to stop that ball from entering the net, courtesy of Thomas Partey, the World Cup qualifier. I thought that was his retirement day. But unfortunately, he still gets invitation back to the team. We already have Wambali and Maduka Okoye. Invite younger goalkeepers or from the NPFL to at least rub shoulders with these guys and learn 1 or 2 things.
Well, to be honest with you, I still don't understand what Uzo is doing in that particular team. In as much as a whole lot of people might say the same thing we did to Maduka Okoye, and we banished him from the Super Eagles for about 5 years before calling him back. We are saying they should do the same thing to Nwabali. However, I said Nwabali, Uzo rather. However, Uzo has been given multiple chances. He was supposed to hold the number one position down, but he couldn't do the job, and that's the reason why there are a lot of people that are replacing him. At the moment, I still do not feel he has the quality to be able to be number one in Nigeria. I think he should go and hone his skills in his club and probably, just go the way of Maduka Okoye. What Maduka Okoye did was when he was banished from Super Eagles, he kept a low profile and tried to build a name for himself, and now he's back in the Super Eagles. Like rightly said, Jerry, I don't understand why our local goalkeepers are not making the national team. I still do not understand it. We have 20 goalkeepers in the league. I would say we don't have one that can be, that can be fit enough to take the normal position. Remember, in particular, Inyama played in Nigeria for a very long time and became number one from playing in a Nigerian club. So, as no reason why a Nigerian an home-based goalkeeper is not called to the national team. And as far as I'm concerned, for me personally, I don't think the number one position is locked down yet. I think they should throw it open. If I were, Eguavoen, I'll probably try out another goalkeeper. Probably why not give Maduka Okoye the opportunity to be able to play in the next qualifying game, and let's see what Maduka Okoye.
Somebody that his job is not stable. Somebody that his job is not stable. Somebody that his job is not stable. You want it to go and try it. Somebody that will know that this NFF are just waiting for him to just. Now imagine this. Before you go, before you prove your point, imagine him starting Maduka Okoye and he makes a blunder, we lose the match. What is it going to be like? What's the environment going to be like in Nigeria?
But in all fairness, so Basuge was recently just playing for Bendel Insurance, and he just made a move to Ethiopia, and he's being invited to the team. At least it's still a sign of good.
No, I'm not even talking about. I'm not even against him. The list.
But starting a unknown goalkeeper.
No, I'm not talking about the unknown goalkeeper. I'm not talking about the Maduka Okoye himself. I'm not even worried about Francis.
Maduka Okoye self-exiled himself after he failed to deliver the Nations Cup. A lot of Nigerians were trolling him.
Yes, I understand the point. It's not about checking out. It's, I think for his own mental health. For his own mental health. You know when Nigerians come for you.
Yes, you are this close to messing up and getting the whips.
So I'm talking about considering the fact that Eguavoen has not been named the permanent coach.
Yeah.
He has not. There's nothing concrete.
His two legs are not yet on the ground.
His 2 legs, and even one leg is not even strong on the ground at this point.
One leg up.
So in one body that has been tested and approved and trusted over the Afcon qualifiers, over the Afcon, the games that came in. At this point, him going to try a goalkeeper, Maduka Okoye or whoever comes, is a big risk. It doesn't work for him. If it doesn't work for him, the NPFL will drag him. The NPFL will throw him under the bus. Nigerians will drag him. So I think it's not at this point. It's just to be on the safer side. Leave what is not broken. What is not broken don't need to be fixed. Leave it.
But James, the thing is this. Yes, in as much as he's still an interim coach. The backing is not there. He has to be very, very careful in terms of the selection. I mean, we saw what happened to Finidi George when he was trying to stamp his authority and the rest of that. However, Maduka Okoye did not become number one in his club by fluke. I mean, if he has the quality to be number one in his club in Italy, then I think he has number one. I think he has the quality to be able to be number one for the Super Eagles, irrespective of whatever happened in the past. And I'm not disrespecting Nwabali. Nwabali has done fantastically well for himself. In as much as I feel he still needs to do some. There still needs for some improvement in terms of his gameplay and the rest of that. If you want to compare the PSL, that is the South African League, and the Italian Serie A, definitely you will pick the Italian Serie A over the PSL. And this is a Nigerian goalkeeper that's been able to hold down a number one shirt. If we are not giving him the opportunity to play in the qualifiers of the Nations Cup, when are we going to give him the opportunity? I remember this same guy was in the post in one of the Nations Cup that Nigeria participated. So I don't think he's taking a big risk. I think he's giving him an opportunity to be able to have a feel and see what he can do. I don't think it would be so poor that will cost us the game. If Nigeria end up losing any game, it will probably not be the goalkeeper spot alone. It will probably be the fault of the whole team, to be honest with you. So I think they should give him a chance. This is an opportunity for him to give him a chance and see what he can do.
All right, let's take a look at the likely defenders to make the cut. Bright Oshai, Samuel Olaino, Bruno Yemachi, William Trust Ekong, Calvin Bassey, Shemi Ajayi Olisa, Unda, and Kenneth Omero. Definitely, these names are very good names, good to go as far as the defense lineup is concerned.
It's actually a very good, solid one. Credit to good that we have been the return of Trust Ekong again. And also, in the inclusion of Kenneth Omero, a very good one for me, is somebody that has won everything.
He's an OG.
An OG in the team. So I think having his inclusion, though he knows he's not going to be getting game time, but his inclusion and the motivation and his experience he brings to camp is a very good one. So I think this defense is actually a very, very good one. Inclusion of Bruno again. Bruno, don't forget he had an incredible one in the last time, the games against Rwanda and also Benin Republic. So having him back again is actually a very good one.
All right, and of course, we would have expected Tosin Aderabayo to make the cuts, but it looks like the man has not made his final decision yet, or maybe some things have not been ironed out. Though he decided to play for Nigeria, it's shameful that still yet nothing is being done about it. I don't know whether it's a fault from his own angle, or maybe...
Why did it take him this long?
Maybe the analog NFF, they are still waiting to do it.
It should take 1 full year.
For me, I think there's no hurry to bring in Tosin Aderabayo into the team.
I'm not even concerned about why did it take him this long. I think Tosin is about 27.
He's not even starting at Chelsea. Is he starting at Chelsea?
I think Maresca is trying to figure out his first 11. He has gotten some game times in the past. But it took him until he was 27 before deciding to come and play for the Nigerian national team. Credits to the players like Ademola Lookman. He was wise enough and smart enough to say that there's no future in this team. He was quick enough to come back. So for now that Tosin is about 27 and he knows that there's no hope going to see Nigeria as a second option, the NPFL they should take 1 full year. I'm still happy with whatever the player that chose to play for us over time. He's 27. How many good years is going to give us? 3-4 years. He's going to be announcing his retirement from international football. Well, the inclusion is not even a surprise. They might still take time before they settle the whole paperwork. But it's going to be a good addition to the Super Eagles. But why did it take him this long? I see no reason why you should wait when you are almost past your prime before deciding to come and play for your national, before deciding to settle your national team. He started playing. You cannot tell me just started playing when he was 26 or 27. He has played for over a while. I think he played for the Nigerian, the English side. He played for the under 21, under 23. So since he has not been able to burst into the national team, he's now considering his second option.
All right, Marwan, what do you think about Tosin Aderabayo's case in this whole situation? He's 27 years. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm one of those that is hailing Ademola Lookman as the next African Footballer of the Year. But I've said it over and over again. I'm still not happy that Ademola Lookman make Nigeria his second choice, and that's just the honest truth. Tosin Aderabayo is not a Nigerian by heart. He's an Englishman by heart, and that's just the honest truth. Because we don't have a future with the English national team at 27, that's when he decided to, look at the Super Eagles. Tosin Aderabayo comes from a football family. He also has another brother that plays football also, and he has been playing football for the past 12 years professionally. He boasted, he came up when he was 15. He was with the Man City Youth Academy, and that did not work out very well before he started going around in the English league. However, because he could not cut it in England, that's why he's making Nigeria a second choice. And I've said it over and over again. I'd rather have the local boys in the league here who are dying, who are playing their heart out in the local league here, represent Nigeria, than somebody who did not make it in Obodo Igbo and decides to come home. I don't think it's fair enough to the guys in the league. If I were to be NFF, there's no reason to call him. We have enough quality in our league that will be able to take us forward. He's 27. How many years can he offer us in terms of active football? He should probably stay in England and continue to work and leave those, and leave the Super Eagles alone for those who are ready to die for the green, white, green badge. To be honest with you.
All right, let's look at the midfielders who have been considered: Alex Iwobi, Wilfred Ndidi, Frank Oyeka, Raphael Oyedika, and of course Fisayo Dele Basharu. And there's a new B talking about Uche Crisantos. He plays for Getafe out there in the Spanish La Liga, and the boy has been doing wonders. He's still pretty young at 22, and just to say that about 2 years ago he was still playing the NPFL, and the story has changed for the young man, and you will say maybe deserved. Maybe well deserved.
Congratulations to Uche for making the cut. But 2 years ago he was in the NPFL. he never made it to the call-up.
He was
He never
never
made it
considered.
once. But now that he's in Europe, he's playing for a Spanish side. The Nigerian NFF have discovered that, yes, our player is...
Guys, you have to go to where they will see you. That's how life is.
How are we going to promote our league if we keep on going
Is
to
it
that
the league
shop?
that you can't see
Now,
on
looking
TV?
at...
Yes, if the league is shown on TV and people are appreciating it, they will see him.
You have called the defenders, you have called the goalkeepers. I'm yet to see a player from our own league. I'm yet to see one name.
Because nobody is watching them. Nobody is seeing. If you like, if there is a player that is better than Ronaldo and Messi,
So what are
in the NPFL, you will never see
What
him.
are these players aiming for? When you play for the let's use the English Premier League. Almost everybody watches the English Premier League. Every player in the English Premier League is trying to play very well so that he can be recognized in his national team.
Yeah.
To be honest, in one way or the other, minus the goals, minus the assists, minus whatever your club is achieving, they want to do well so that they can be included in the national team. Now, what are these players aiming for in the
Let me tell you,
NPFL?
the first-
Are they playing that they
Yeah.
are playing every season just to play for playing sake?
No, let me tell you, every NPFL player, the first day they get a contract to play in the NPFL, their plan is to succeed and go to Europe or go to any league in the world. Even if it's China, Kuwait, at least let them earn in foreign currency. And maybe, secondly, they'll be thinking about that is only door for them to play in the national team. You cannot play in the league and be dreaming that you want to play in the Nigerian, talking about the Super Eagles. You are just playing with your career. That's how bad it is.
You know how bad it is. Now it's just the players we're talking about. Then what about the coaches? We spoke about the coaches. How we have been searching for coaches since January. Are we trying to say that since the NPFL was created, we cannot point out one good coach?
At least we have two coaches, Fidelis Ejuke and Gomodede. Mayowa, you saw the two of them were bantering themselves over the weekend.
Yeah.
The Rebel Stars coach Ogumedede was saying he's my friend. Fidelis Ejuke said he cannot be friends with somebody who is desperate. And he said that he was playing, he told his players to be unfair.
To do everything to win.
To do everything to win. So you want to play Ogumedede. Ogumedede is known for playing fancy football. I think Fidelis Ejuke was surprised. All of a sudden, his players will play Mourinho style. He was clearing everything clearable just to get the 3 points. All right, Mayowa.
Well, the thing is this. I want to say something the other time. So it's very simple. See, there's a particular cable TV in Nigeria here, very popular cable TV. Will you be surprised that they show the EPL, they show the Championship, they show the Bundesliga, they show the Dutch League, they show the League 2, and sometimes League 1, and they are in Nigeria here. However, our own NPFL, and they even show us the South African League. There's a particular channel that's dedicated to South African League on that particular cable channel.
Even Kenyan League at some point. There was Kenyan League.
They showing Kenyan League at the point.
There was a Kenyan League at the point.
Yeah, they were showing Kenyan League at some point, and they even show Malawian League sometimes.
Yes.
And we don't have a TV station dedicated to the NPFL. We have the largest TV network in Africa, owned by the government. They cannot dedicate 2 channels or 3 channels to show Nigerian football, and they even have a cable channel. They cannot dedicate that to show Nigerian football. That's number one. Number two, and this is the reason why a whole lot of our players travel to a different league. James and Jerry, just try and go to the Vietnamese league and go to the Indian league. You'll be surprised at the number of Nigerians playing in Vietnam and in India.
Yeah.
When I saw the numbers, I was scratching my head. How are Nigerians playing in Vietnam and India? How? What is
the currency? The paper.
For playing this kind of league.
It's for the paper.
To be honest with you, the number of Nigerians playing in Vietnam league will make up the national team of the Super Eagles. Just go and verify.
Have you checked the exchange rates? Okay, check the exchange rate. All these guys are building houses in their village. And you're telling them to play in Vietnam. Okay. You want someone to kill them in the NPFL. Pretty sad.
I mean, but the thing is this, and that's the reason why, and Uzowo, and I'm not disrespect to Uzowo, I'm not disrespecting him. He has been able to try his best to get to Europe. That's the reason why somebody who is playing in Cyprus, is not Cyprus or Malta, is making number one in the night. He was number one for a while. We need to get it right. Our NPFL locally, they need to get it right. And government too, they have to play their part. If the sponsorship is not coming, what is wrong in dedicating 2-3 channels of the so-called Nigerian cable, right, to our local football so that people can see these things? It is when you see it, that's when you begin to say, I mean, the coach will not travel the 20 stadiums to watch players. It's not possible. Sometimes you will need to catch the game on TV to know who is doing well and who is not doing well. However, there is no platform for that. You have to go to the stadium to get for, and that's the reason why we don't even have record. We just need to change it so that we'll be able to, so that there will be an avenue for our local players to be able to prove themselves and have easy access to the national team, to be honest with you.
All right, of course, for the other players who are lucky enough, Samuel Chukwueze, Ademola Lookman, Moses Simon, and of course, Chidera Ejuke, who has been doing well for himself in Sevilla, and as well as for the strikers. I don't know about Kelechi Iheanacho. I don't know. Victor Osimhen, I know. Victor Boniface, I know. Taiwo Awoni, I know. Who are you, Kelechi Iheanacho?
I wonder what Iheanacho is in on this list. I would love to be surprised. I'm so surprised.
Maybe he has an apron under his...
Maybe he's wearing the apron, white label.
Even as he's wearing the apron, he has played about 5 games for the Spanish side. He has not scored. He has not provided an assist. So is the apron not working? What is he doing? What is he doing in this list? The last time he was included in the last. I was saying, what was he doing? What was he doing? While we have a Eguavoen, he has played about 3 games for the French side. He has scored 2 goals. Why are you not including these boys in the team? Not just by the current form. I want to know what's the yardstick of these players making it into the list each season, each time. Because that's a very big question. You have seen it in other countries. If you are not doing well, even if it's a space of 2 months, 3 months, you are not making it into
the list. To Rashford. So why should you not put?
So what are we using in this our Nigerian team that we are using to?
What's the yardstick?
What's the yardstick for these players to be included? Is it by playing in Europe?
I think I get them before.
Is that when I get them? When was the last time Kelechi Iheanacho get them?
I think he has lost the soap.
James.
The soap he was using at less than 1 time.
No disrespect to him, on his day he's a good player.
He has lost
and he has done well for the Super Eagles. But I think at this point, other players should be included.
Yeah, should be given that.
He should be given chances. He should not be. I'm even happy I have not seen Tanimu. We have not mentioned Tanimu, and I'm happy.
See, the only way Tanimu will make this list is if he's invited to the back door.
Well, James.
Yeah.
James, the thing is this: if Tanimu can make the team in the last qualifiers, why is Iheanacho not in the team now? I mean, Tanimu just transferred to Europe. He has not kicked the ball once for his club, and he made the team. The 2 qualifiers, he was there. So he was there against Benin Republic. He was there against Rwanda. So if Tanimu can make the team, why is Iheanacho not making the team? And this sometimes these are the things that makes you want to see transparency in selection. And you'll be scratching your head when some name comes up. How did a Tanimu, how did an Iheanacho, how did they get into the team when we know and we can see that they are not doing well they are not performing excellently well for the clubs they are playing? They should leave the national team, focus on succeeding in their club. Then when they succeed, they should come back. However, if a Tanimu can make the team when he's not kicking any football, then Iheanacho should have the opportunity to also make
I still wonder what Eguavoen has to do before he makes it to this national team. Let's not forget,
maybe he has to score 20 goals.
I think he did that in his first season I'm trying to remember his first club before he moved to Lyon.
Rangers. Was it Rangers?
Was it Gent or Genk or something? I'm trying to remember.
In the Belgian league.
I'm talking about him scoring 20 goals in a game. He should score 20 goals in a game.
Maybe then they will see. Because I wonder he has done it consistently. This season he has started in the same way he left. 3 games and he has 2 goals.
Kelechi
for Marcel. No, for Lyon.
Okay, Olympic Lyon.
Then when you look at Kelechi Iheanacho, he has lost his touch. No, it's not something of last season. It's not something of last 2
weeks ago for Sevilla when he was brought on.
I'm trying to remember the game. They had to take him off in the second half. Yeah. Bros, come and slay. You're not doing the thing right.
Ejuke came in.
I think at this point, we need to be. The technical committee needs to be questioned. You cannot be rewarding players that are not doing well with playing coming to the camp. It's like you're rewarding them because you do well, you're not doing well, you are going to play for the national team.
Yeah.
I think it's
there needs to be reward for hard work. And if you are not doing well, you should also face the music. Then you are as good as your last game. And of course, if you take a look at the stats of the players who were invited, who are definitely going to get. Wilfred has been doing well for himself.
Yeah, you cannot even
his
question.
Second most assists.
You cannot even
for a midfielder.
You cannot even question. You cannot even question Ndidi. I think against Arsenal over the weekend, he was also on fire and providing a very beautiful assist for the second goal. But unlucky, he was unlucky towards the end of the game.
At the point, I thought this was. I didn't know whether it was Wilfred Ndidi anymore. The way he played that game. I think
it was practically. I think he's practically everywhere for the Leicester
really
side
involved.
already, and not just this season. I think last season also, before he was injured, it was very important for them
in the championship
to make it back to the league. Those are players that you will never question them being invited to the national team.
And look at Ejuke.
Wow.
Most successful dribble in Europe. The Europe top 5 leagues. He has 23 successful dribbles. And we have Lami Yamal, Mohamed Kudus, Adama Traore, Kylian Mbappe behind him. Of course, Moses Simon is also a good dribbler in that aspect. And you ask me, who are you? You're not sure, making the call. But it is what it is. Let's go back to England, where it was a very interesting weekend of football in the English Premier League as Manchester City faced a setback in the absence of star midfielder Rodri as they were held to a frustrating 1-1 draw against Newcastle on Saturday, allowing Liverpool move to the top of the Premier League with a 2-1 win over Wolves. For those two games, I must tell you that it was not easy for Liverpool. Wolves gave Liverpool a run for their money. And of course, that's what might save Liverpool this season, the tenacity to bring out results from very tight corners.
I think one of the, if Wolves had converted most of their chances,
it would have been a different
chances, it would have been a very different result. But for Man City, this is where the big question is going to be asked. How is Guardiola going to manage without a Rodri and a Kevin De Bruyne? He was able to manage last season because he had the likes of Julian Alvarez, who could step up and play the free kicks and create chances.
Inclusion of
Gundogan is about 32 or so. He cannot give you that old package
performance.
And I think it's going to be a very difficult one for Man City. If Man City can be dropping points against the Newcastle, who has not been consistent. Let's not forget, the Newcastle side has not been very well this season, but they're able to get a point against the Man City side. I think it's going to be a very, very long season for Man City, and until they're able to sort out the issue of the holding midfielder, Kovacic might not do the job. I don't know. It's Guardiola. He knows how to. He's going to go and bring somebody now that is going to become their messiah and it's going to be looking like Rodri was not absent. But it's going to be a very difficult one. And for Liverpool, credit to Arne Slot, considering the fact that Wolves lost a lot of chances and they were still able to get the victory. It's a very good one for Liverpool, currently sitting at top of the table. I'm sure if you had told Liverpool fans at the beginning of the season that they will be sitting at the top of the table, they will have said it's a lie.
Yeah, definitely.
And I love the fact that Arne Slot has been able to just continue in the steps of Jurgen Klopp. No too much changes, no drama, just keep on. I'm sure his style of play will come in maybe towards the second half of the season, but for now, let these players stick to what they know. They've been under a club side for over 6 or 7 years, and there's no need for you to change that too much. And don't forget, this particular set of players have been there for over 2-3 seasons.
And one thing he has done, the leaky defense that was there at the
yes, he was able to fix it.
He was able to solidify that defense. Konate, Van Dijk has rediscovered himself too.
I think the midfield, Gravenberch has been doing most of the job. I credit to him. He has been able to cover in a position that we asked a lot of questions. That just Liverpool have in transfer market, they don't have a good holding midfielder. Endo is old.
Imagine they bought Zubimendi, they wouldn't have given Gravenberch that time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I credit to how and Slot have been able to manage the situation. But the problem is going to be, what if he gets injured?
Yeah, who's going
to
be
the problem. But for now, let them enjoy the glory. They are doing very, very well. Congratulations to them, top of the league.
Thank you very
much. For
now, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Just give me your handshake.
I will not collect your hand.
How you are? Alpha, what is going on with Man United? It looks like everything the ship has capsided.
No, the ship never even left the...
Okay, he never left the shores. But the Hag is telling you that there's a plan that they are going to go ashore and maybe get to the destination. Your captain is no longer leading your ship anywhere. There's no plan. He says stick to plan. Which plan are we going to stick to? Because he keeps saying these things, stick to the plan. We're bouncing back. Stick to the plan, bounce back. Those are the two words he has been using to fraudulently lead Man United on.
Well, to be honest with you, the red card contributed largely to the loss. I mean, immediately Fernandes went out and we're one goal down. I knew we're not going to win that particular game. Before Fernandez red card, they created a lot of chances. There were some chances in front of goal that they couldn't take. However, if you look at how Manchester United played that particular game, they were so poor, and that's just the honest truth. Ange outplayed Ten Hag.
Even 11-11, they would have still lost.
Yeah, no, they would have probably drew that particular game. I don't think we would have lost that game. To be
Oh,
honest.
really? That's your own point of view.
And this is not me trying to defend Ten Hag. However, the way they played, they had no pattern, and that's just the honest truth. There's over reliance on, and one thing Ten Hag is doing that is not working. He's trying to do the Dutch project, and the Dutch project has failed, and that's just the honest truth. Kudos to Onana also. If not for Onana, would have been talking 7-8-0 in that particular game. Onana saved our blushes, and I've said it over and over again. After 6 games, I think Ten Hag should be fired. To be honest with you, he doesn't have the capability to take us forward. He has lost touch with ideas, and this is not the time to massage his ego. There is no plan he's working on. I mean, let me give a typical example. When Arteta came in, every season there was an improvement. The previous season is better than the current season is better
than the former season.
For Ten Hag, for Ten Hag, you don't know where he's going.
It's the opposite.
To be honest with you,
you bounce back.
There is no plan backward, and that has been the story of Manchester United. The FA Cup saved his blushes last season. I don't think anything will save him this year. Even if he wins the Carabao Cup, I think they should be fired. He doesn't have the idea to take us forward. Probably we should look for a coach that has the mentality and knows what he's doing. Ten Hag is confused and is passing on the confusion to the team. How can a Sancho, who became useless in Manchester United, is now an important part of
Help
Chelsea?
me ask. Help me ask.
Remove Garnacho from Manchester United, put Garnacho in Man City, Garnacho will be different. Remove Højlund from Manchester United, put him in Man City, he will be different. Ten Hag is doing something wrong, and it's that time to fire him. You cannot continue to go like this. To be honest with you, I watched the game, and I was really sad. To be honest, I was really sad. The only consolation was I was able to troll my wife because Man City drew. That's the only consolation I had. To be honest with you,
the situation of Man City now, it looks like without Rodri and De Bruyne, they are going to suffer a lot. Can they still win the league this season with all of these challenges?
Well, if they are not far off from the top by January, I think Guardiola will be able to get somebody in January that will be able to do the job. However, with Rodri gone, I'm still waiting for Guardiola to be able to come up with something for a temporary replacement for Rodri, because I was scratching my head on Saturday looking at that particular game, and late on Sunday, early this morning, I sat down and tried to watch games that Rodri played, and I saw the difference. There were no strong movement in the midfield for them. Nobody to break up play, nobody to join the attack when going forward, and that really affected them. And that's the reason why they had a lot of chances against Newcastle. However, you could see that Rodri missing had a whole lot of impact in that particular game. So I'm still scratching my head. I'm looking at what Guardiola will be able to do without Rodri. He's a genius. He has done it before. He has played in the EPL without a top 9. You might want to argue that he didn't win the Champions League until the top 9 came. However, he dominated the league without a known number 9. So probably let's see what he can do without a Rodri. However, he's going to struggle. He's going to really, really struggle. And I hope the other teams, they take this opportunity to be able to put in some gap between them and Man City before Guardiola is able to figure it out. Because if he figures it out, I would not be surprised if at the end of the season he's number 2 again.
All right, and of course, we'll also give it to Cold Palmer, serving it cold over the weekend. So quite a remarkable performance against Brighton. And the pick of the bunch for me has to be that free kick. Who does it? He scores penalties, he scores great goals out of any corner, and he also scores free kick. That's the hallmark of a complete forward.
I think Kopama is one of those talents that Guardiola will be regretting letting go from the City side, not having him in his Arsenal. But congratulations to Palmer, the first player to score 4 goals in a half.
In the first half.
Congratulations to Palmer and the Chelsea side. They are looking like they are back at it. Credit to them. They have been able to fix some things that were most things that were looking damaged last season. If anybody tells them that Chelsea will be looking this good in this season, I will be surprised. And the man rightly said, Sancho that looked like a field project at Manchester United. Now it's, I think 3 games, 3 assists. And he almost, I think he scored, it was ruled out for offside also. So I think Sancho is, you can say Sancho is back. But I'll not lay Sancho's problem to just Ten Hag. Because let's not forget, before Ten Hag came, Sancho also played under 3 different managers also. And he didn't bring this back. So I'll just say it was a Manchester United versus Sancho thing. And yesterday night, I was going through my Instagram account and I was seeing that Sancho liked the Tottenham page result that Manchester United lost. I was like, God of mercy.
Yeah.
This is a player that will spend over 70 million to buy. And he's not even an ex-Manchester. He's not an ex already. Because he's on loan. He's already liking, mocking us. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my.
At this point, congratulations to the Chelsea side. They are doing very well. Let's just hope Maresca can keep up the momentum. And I love the fact that he's able to bring in other players from the bench so that they can get a taste of what it's going to look like. So in case the opportunity comes in, you can flourish. See the fact that in second half, he was able to bring in the likes of Pedro Neto and also Mudryk, trying to integrate them into the team. For them, trying to make them find their confidence and make them good enough so that whenever the day comes, they'll be able to flourish. I love the fact that he was able to do that. But let's just see how long it's going to go. And Jackson keeps on giving Jackson. Having a 5-star performance a week before and coming the week after and coming to give you a.
And him not being selfish too. At least he was not selfish in attack.
I think he just have to do better. Jackson is the kind of person that I think in that Chelsea team, if you have a good centre forward, you are going to get goals each week.
Maybe he didn't soak the lecture well. He didn't soak them.
Now you know what they talk.
He didn't do the properties, the proper process for those before the match. Maybe he didn't fulfill those rituals.
Concerning and Jackson.
Myra, Cold Palmer is serving it cold in the Premier League.
I mean, Kopama has been very, very fantastic. I was looking at Dominic Solanke, and in my head, I said, if a Chelsea can get a Dominic Solanke with the kind of players they have right now,
sure,
they probably win the league. They probably win the league hands down. I mean, they have somebody they have players who can supply the passes. Dominic Solanke, I watched him against Manchester United. The way he has been moving, he has this number 9 movement that you want in every striker. And if you put a Dominic Solanke in that particular Chelsea team, and with the form he is in right now, they will definitely flourish. I mean, Kopama, we cannot speak positively enough about him. He has been fantastic. Guardiola will be regretting selling him. This is the same, and the reason why he left Man City was because Guardiola did not give him the opportunity to express himself. He came to Chelsea and he has been very, very fantastic. 4 goals in the space of 42 minutes with that fantastic free kick. It shows the kind of quality he has. To be honest with you, if Chelsea can continue with this consistency, I think they will have a shouting chance at winning the EPL. To be honest with you, I will not be surprised if they are dragging the EPL, with the top teams by the end of the season. Because I mean, one thing Enzo Maresca has been able to do very well is that he's been able to keep the players happy. I think the players are very happy playing under him. Yes, in the earlier 2-3 games, there were a bit of inconsistency, and my concern has always been the inconsistency with them. However, in the last 3 games now, they've shown consistency, and the consistency is beginning to, and the consistency has brought about the confidence they are playing with. They play with the kind of swagger and with the kind of confidence that, it seems they fear no opposition. If they continue like that, I will not be surprised that they would, they'll probably be dragging the EPL with probably an Arsenal or a Man City. To be honest with you, at the end of the season, if Kopama does not win the player of the season, then probably they should scrap the EPL.
I think for us to consider, I think one thing that Maresca has to fix, if he wants to be regarded be in the conversation of the Chelsea and the Man City and Arsenal fighting for the league, it has to be the goalkeeping and the centre back position. We saw the goals that were considered over the weekend. They were mistakes from the goalkeeper. So I think that aspect, and not just this game. I think the game against Wolves also, he also made a mistake. So I think that goalkeeping issue and the centre back is one part he has to consider.
There's no understanding.
There's no understanding. I think that's one thing he has to focus on. So if they want to go far in the league, but looking at the team, it's actually a very well balanced team, a team that can give you the numbers.
And they're in the top 6. For crying out loud.
They're in the top 6. Maresca is doing a good job. I think Maresca is doing a good job with that Chelsea side. When we were buying everybody in the transfer market,
do you think that Pochettino would have still done the same or even better, continuing from what he did last season?
Yeah, I feel so. Yeah, I think it will have been the same level of performance from the team. Because let's not forget, most of the players he used last season.
They're still the same players.
They are still the same players, and most of the players were bought before he even came to the club. So he just came and managed what he had, and he was able to push them to. I think they finished 6th or so in the league last season. So I think we'll have continued in the same light.
All right, Mario, we just have it up. Would I love to continue with Real Madrid? I don't know what happened to them and Barcelona. It was like off day for the top sides in the Spanish La Liga, but we'll not be able to deal with that. And of course, tomorrow when we come back, we'll also talk about Gasol. He has been singing his own praises and telling you what he's going to do in the next few years or so. That he has been praising himself and assessing himself. We'll get half time for that, and that is when we'll come back for Locker Room on Tuesday. Bye, it's been awesome having you on Locker Room this evening.
It's always amazing to be here, and I hope for the sake of the future of Nigerian football, the local FAs, they give us good representation going forward in the NFF. We cannot continue to have the likes of Gusau run football in Nigeria. Thank you for having me.
We'll keep that on the wraps for tomorrow. And of course, James is also having you as well.
Thank you for having me. Tomorrow we'll be here again to discuss more of the NFF drama and what Gusau claimed he has achieved in the. How many years now?
2 years now.
We'll talk about that
2 years plus now. All right, so big thanks to the guys behind the scene, talking about the lines of Shegun, not leaving out Alex, as well as Jeremiah, and of course, Ejuke. My name is Jerry Apelahai, saying thanks for being a part of the show. Until we meet again, stay safe, and if not to anything at all, it's the Sport Week.